It was raining again. Not the kind of rain that washes away, but the kind that stays. Like a quiet sadness no one talks about. She sat there, beneath a tattered umbrella taped at the edges, with a basket full of unsold flowers in her lap. Lilies wilting, roses untouched, hope shrinking by the hour. People passed, umbrellas above heads, phones in hands, eyes down. No one looked, except one person. And that one glance would soon change everything. Her name was Anna. She started selling flowers on that corner 3 months ago. Not because she loved flowers, but because it was the only thing she could afford to buy and still resell. Each morning, before the sun fully rose, she'd take the train 2 stops out of the city, buy a bundle of blooms from a sleepy roadside vendor, then carry them carefully, as if they were something far more precious than petals. But business was never good. Not here. Not for someone like her. Her shoes were worn, her coat too thin, her smile a habit more than a feeling. Still, she showed up. Every day. Same corner, same basket, same silent hope. Maybe today will be different, she'd whisper. But most days, it wasn't. She didn't just need money. She needed something to change. Something to remind her that life wasn't always this gray. On bad days, and there were many, Anna wouldn't sell a single flower. But that wasn't the worst part. It was the way people looked past her. As if she wasn't there. As if the rain, the pavement, and she were all just background noise. Some walked faster when they saw her. Some whispered things she pretended not to hear. Others just stared at her basket, then at her face, and kept walking. Maybe if I dressed nicer, maybe if I smiled wider, maybe if I were someone else. But deep down, she knew. It wasn't about the flowers. It was about what people didn't want to see. Her struggle, her sadness, her silence. The city didn't need another girl selling petals on the street. It needed noise, flash, fast, cheap. And Anna? She was none of those things. She was soft, she was slow, she was still. And in a world rushing to be seen, she was becoming invisible. Until one day, someone saw her. Not the flowers, not the basket. Her. It was a Thursday. Nothing special. Same corner, same basket, same gray sky. Anna had sold 0 flowers by noon, and she was about to pack up when she noticed a man slowing down as he walked past. He wasn't dressed like someone who'd buy flowers. No briefcase, no date waiting nearby, no reason to stop. But he did. He looked at the flowers, then at Anna. Not through her, at her. And after a moment, he said something so simple, so out of place in her world of silence that she didn't know how to respond. Which one's your favorite? Not how much. Not why are they wilted. Not even do you take cards? Just that. Which one's your favorite? Anna blinked, fumbled for words. The daisies, I think. He nodded, smiled, then said, "Good choice." And walked away. No purchase, no business, no transaction. Just a moment. Human, unexpected. And somehow, everything. Anna sat still long after he left. Not because she was waiting, but because for the first time in weeks, she felt seen. The next day, he came back. Same man, same smile, same question. What flower feels like today? Anna smiled without meaning to. She looked at her basket, pointed at the lilies. They're tired, but still beautiful. He chuckled softly. Like most of us, huh? And again, he walked away. No money changed hands, no pitch, no expectations. Just presence. He came again the day after that, and the next. Not always at the same hour, not always with the same question. Sometimes he just stood. Other times he asked things like, "Did anyone smile at you today? What does hope smell like in the rain? Do you ever name the flowers?" Anna didn't have answers, but for the first time, she didn't need them. Because every question wasn't about flowers. It was about her. about making her think, feel, exist. People started noticing, not the flowers, not the man, but her smile. Subtle, real, unforced. Something in her had shifted, and all he did was ask questions. Some sell flowers to survive, but Anna, she started using them to speak. It started with one daisy. She wrote a tiny note, folded it carefully, and slipped it into the ribbon that held the stem. For someone who forgot how to smile today, she didn't know why she did it. Maybe because no one ever did that for her. Maybe because someone once asked, "What flower feels like today?" The next morning, she did it again. This time, a tulip. The note read, "A little hope. Doesn't need to shout." She didn't sell more flowers that day, but something was different. People stopped. Not to buy, but to read, to smile, to ask, "Did you write this? Who is it for? Can I take one and give it to someone else?" And suddenly, the girl with the invisible basket became the girl with stories, in every bloom. She began naming each flower. The bold red ones, courage. The fragile whites, stillness. The sunflowers, always tomorrow. She no longer waited for someone to see her. She made herself seen. One afternoon, a passerby recorded her explaining why she named a rose forgiveness. That video didn't just get likes, it got shared. She was explaining a rose. That's all, a soft pink one, tied with a lavender ribbon. Someone had asked, "Why this one?" And she smiled. Because it's the kind of flower you give when you're ready to forgive someone, especially yourself. A woman nearby, young, phone in hand, pressed record. No permission, no script, just instinct. That 40-second clip made its way online. First a few likes, then shares, then comments. This healed something in me. I want to buy from her, even if I don't need flowers. Who is she? Where can I find her? Within a week, her story had reached over 300,000 people. Not because she was selling anything, but because she wasn't. She was offering something far more rare. Meaning. Customers started coming. Not for discounts, not for convenience, but to feel. Some bought a flower for themselves. Some gave one to strangers. Some just stood there. To listen. Anna never asked why he never came back. Because sometimes, those who change your life only need to pass through it once. A few months later, Anna opened a tiny flower shop. It wasn't fancy. Just a single room, white walls, wood shelves, and hand-painted words on the glass. The Stranger. People asked about the name. Is it a tribute? A loved one? She'd just smile. Someone once asked me which flower was my favorite, and stayed long enough to make me believe I mattered. The man never returned. No note, no goodbye, no last conversation. And yet, his presence lingered in every petal, every tag, every quiet story shared between a seller and a stranger. Because sometimes, those who change our lives the most are the ones who never ask to stay. Final message to viewer. So if you're watching this, maybe you've been Anna, maybe you've been invisible, or maybe you're someone stranger. The one moment, the one voice, the one question that could shift a soul. Ask someone today. Which flower feels like them? You never know what that question could bloom into.